Okay, Monday, 17th of March, 2025. So Adrian's daily vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Money Monday, Bitcoin and everything else. Bitcoin is a knower asset. If you know the seed phrase, you own it. Now this is something very interesting, an interesting tweet that I saw very recently, a day or two or three ago, that talked about this exact thing, because it contrasted Bitcoin as a knower asset to a bearer asset. Bearer asset and a knower asset. Interesting new category, interesting new way of distinguishing things. This was actually a Samson Mao's tweet recently. And let's define our terms. So a bearer asset is the person who bears something, whoever has the thing, the money, whoever has the money who in their hand, whoever is the bearer, it belongs to that person by definition. Whenever I hear that word bearer, I always imagine Lord of the Rings, the ring bearer, the person who carries, the person who literally carries the ring. He bears it, his burden to bear, so to speak. So the person who is bearing the asset is the owner by definition, because only they have it, no one else. So like money, objects, books, you name it, devices, tools, anything really. Cash, cash by definition, yeah. But by this definition, this distinction that Samson Mao talked about is a knower asset. Very interesting, because in the Bitcoin space is a thing that's called a mined wallet. No, actually, let's keep it simpler. The way the Bitcoin protocol works is that if you know the seed phrases to this particular wallet, you have access to that Bitcoin. So as a practical matter, you could have, the wallet could be deleted and the seed phrase forgotten about, disappeared from the screen, but it could be in here. The password, when I say seed phrase, imagine password. The password to access that Bitcoin could be in here. Wow. Not in physical form, not on a piece of paper or metal or etched away, hidden away somewhere or wherever. Doesn't exist. Doesn't physically exist. But it exists here, intangibly. It's a knower asset. You know it. You just know, through memory, the password, the seed phrase. Ah, very interesting. That means then that if you know and remember the seed phrase, you can access that Bitcoin anywhere in the world. You download the wallet, you restore it, type the seed phrase in, there it is. Wow, it's really good. Especially because when you go a little deeper and you look and you realize that Bitcoin passes the Rip Van Winkle test as well. So that means the Bitcoin today will be the same in 10, 20, 30, 50, 100 years. So no matter what time frame or when in the future you want to download a new wallet and restore the wallet, as long as you remember the seed phrase in here, a mined wallet, it's in here, you can access it anywhere in the world. And if you can remember it, well, who can take it from you? That's the real question there. Just like with a bearer asset, you could drop it. You could forget it. Anything could happen to it. This thing, you could give it to someone, for example, and they become the bearer. You lose it, you drop it, many, many things. But with here, if you can remember it, you can't drop it, it doesn't physically exist. But if you can remember it, the memory, the willpower, wow, that means that you can store wealth in your mind. Store how many Satoshis in your mind. That's powerful. And then, of course, you look at the current market price, the fiat price of it. Okay, fine. But if you can store the Satoshis in your mind, that's access to wealth. That's access to purchasing power. That's priceless. That when you really follow that logic, that means that everything goes to zero against your mind, your memory. By definition, where the seed phrase, the password is in your mind. I did a video about this, that everything goes to zero against Bitcoin because of its absolute scarcity. And if the absolute scarcity, or your portion of the absolute scarcity, 21 million Bitcoins out there in the world, your portion of that is stored in here, then that fundamentally means that everything goes to zero as the fastest horse in the race. It goes to zero against your memory. If you could remember it, of course, again, knower asset, if you know it, memory, willpower, you name it, the mind. And then you could say, well, nothing physical then, so it's airtight and nothing online and nothing that can be lost or burnt or stolen or dropped, whatever. Now then you could say, well, there's other kind of risks as well, knock on the head. amnesia, things like that. Of course, there's no solutions, always trade-offs. Trade-offs. Nothing physical, then it's all in here. But physical stuff ain't got to remember it, which is very nice. Quite handy. You're writing things down. But in here, no physical form. Can't be denied. Doesn't exist. But it's your memory. That's powerful. It takes this idea of a bearer asset to the next level and eliminates any tangible presence, and nothing. There's nothing physical. We live in a digital age. Things aren't physical. It's all digital online. What's the Vision Pro? What's the touch screen? It's all here. It's all in our mind. It's all online in the cloud. But it goes beyond that. It's as intangible as the cloud, the internet, online, digital space, digital cyberspace, but it's in here. It's within you. That means you can, again, as I said earlier, you can store your wealth in here, in this little space. And the more satoshis you have, you don't need a bigger mind. It's the same space. Because you just send it to that same wallet. Wow. That's powerful. That's really, 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 really powerful. And that wallet, as long as there's no physical or digital presence of it, delete the documents and nothing written down, things like that, and it's all in here, the seed phrase, the password, all in here. Wow. That's immeasurable. Immeasurable, because it's just the level of security is all in here. That's amazing. That's amazing. Amazing. Absolutely, in that point, no third parties. No open source software, no one you got to rely on, nothing. It's all in here. Wow. Taking the bearer asset to the next level, the next evolution. Evolution, bit of both, I guess. That's a whole other conversation. Going from the physical, the tangible, to the intangible. Going from the corruptible to the uncorruptible. That's an interesting quote from history. Corruptible to incorruptible or uncorruptible? Incorruptible, yeah. I'm just remembering the quote exactly, yeah. But that's powerful. That's amazing. Bearer asset to a knower asset. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Yes, and I'll put a link to the tweet as well in the description below. But yeah, otherwise, Adrian's Daily Vlog, sharing smart stuff men should know. Subscribe for more, and you will see me tomorrow.